What if someone offered you 10,000 naira every day just to stand in one spot? Would you take it? And what if that simple job started aging you years in just months? This is the story of Chidi Okafor, who made such a deal. In the busy city of Lagos, where everyone runs to make money, Chidi was 28 years old, a university graduate with big hopes but empty pockets. 4 years of studying economics, yet here he was, broke, desperate, and quickly losing hope. His father was sick, needing costly medicine. His mother called every day, asking if he had found work. His younger brothers and sisters might have to stop school because the family couldn't pay their fees. What kind of big brother am I? Chidi would ask himself, looking at his face in the broken mirror. A failure, a total failure. But what Chidi didn't know was that fate was watching him, and sometimes the devil's best trick isn't making you think he's not real. It's giving you exactly what you think you want. One hot afternoon, Chidi sat under the third mainland bridge, watching people hurry past. Some in nice cars, others on motorbikes, everyone moving with purpose. Except him. His phone rang. It was his mother. "Chidi, your father is worse. The doctor says he needs 150,000 naira for the new medicine. Your sister's school is about to send her home. Please, my son, have you found anything?" "Mama, I'm still looking," Chidi said, his voice breaking. "I'll call you back." He hung up and hid his face in his hands. "Young man, your troubles are all over your face." Chidi looked up. Standing before him was an old man in a clean white agbada with gold stitching. His skin was dark as night, his beard white as cotton, and his eyes seemed to hold old wisdom. "Good afternoon, sir," Chidi said, quickly standing up to show respect. The old man smiled. "They call me Baba Awo, and you are?" "Chidi, sir, Chidi Okafor." Baba Awo nodded slowly. "Sit, Chidi, let's talk." Slowly, Chidi sat back down, and the old man joined him. 4 years of school, yet no job, a sick father, a worried mother, brothers and sisters who need school money, and here you are, feeling useless. Chidi's eyes got big. "How did you—" "I know many things," Baba Awo said, waving his hand. "What if I told you I could fix your problems? Today. Now." Chidi laughed a little. "With all due respect, sir, unless you're offering me a job—" "I am offering you more than a job," Baba Awo cut in. He pulled out a piece of white chalk from his pocket and bent down, drawing a perfect square on the ground, about 1 meter on each side. "Stand in this square from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day. Don't leave for any reason at all. I will pay you 10,000 naira cash. Daily." Chidi stared at the square, then at the old man, then back at the square. "Stand in a square, that's it? For 10,000 naira a day. That's it. Is this some kind of joke?" Baba Awo's face stayed serious. "Do I look like I joke, young man?" Chidi thought quickly. 10,000 naira daily meant 300,000 naira monthly. More than many starting jobs paid. It seemed too good to be true. "What's the catch? Why would you pay me just to stand somewhere?" Baba Awo's eyes twinkled. "My reasons are my own. The question is your time worth more somewhere else?" Before Chidi could answer, Baba Awo pulled out a stack of crisp 1,000 naira notes and handed them to him. "First day's pay in advance. I expect to see you here tomorrow at 7 a.m. Chidi held the money, feeling its weight, its realness. His father's medicine would cost 150,000 naira. Here was 10,000 naira already in his hand. "I'll be here," he heard himself say. Baba Awo smiled. "Excellent." He stood up and walked away, vanishing into the crowd before Chidi could ask any more questions. That night, Chidi sent 8,000 naira to his mother, keeping 2,000 naira for bus fare. His mother called right away. "Chidi, did you find work? How did you get this money?" "Yes, Mama," he said. "I found work. Don't worry, I'll send more tomorrow." True to his word, Chidi got to the bridge at 6:45 a.m. To his surprise, Baba Awo was already there, redrawing the square with fresh chalk. "Good morning, young man," Baba Awo said without looking up. "The rules are simple. Stand in this square from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Do not step out for any reason, not for food, not for water, not to use the toilet. Nothing, understand?" Chidi nodded, suddenly feeling nervous. Yes, sir. Good. I'll come back at 6 p.m. with your payment. With that, Baba Awo walked away. The first hour was easy. Chidi felt almost silly, standing in a chalk square while Lagos moved around him. Some people walking by gave him strange looks, but most just hurried past, too busy with their own lives to care about a young man standing still. By noon, his legs hurt, his stomach was empty, and his throat was dry under the hot sun. He wished he had brought water. A seller with pure water bags passed by, but Chidi remembered the rule, don't leave the square for any reason. At 2 p.m. his phone rang. It was his friend Emeka. Guy, where you day? I've been trying to reach you since morning. I'm working, Chidi said, wiping sweat from his face. Working where? Listen, that tech company I told you about is hiring right now. They're paying 250,000 naira monthly. The interview is at 3 p.m. today. I can put in a good word for you. Chidi's heart beat fast. A real job, a career chance. But he looked down at the chalk lines around him. If he left now, he'd break his deal with Baba Awo. I can't make it, Emeka. What do you mean you can't make it? This is your chance, man. What kind of job are you doing that's more important than this? Chidi couldn't explain. It sounded crazy even to him. I just can't leave right now. Maybe they'll have another opening later. Are you mad? Chances like this don't come twice. What exactly are you doing? I'll call you later, Emeka. Chidi hung up, his heart heavy. Had he made a bad mistake? 250,000 naira monthly was less than he'd make standing in the square, but it was a real job with a future, not whatever this was. As the afternoon went on, the wish to leave grew stronger. His legs were numb, his back hurt, and his head pounded from the sun and hunger. But each time he thought of stepping out, he remembered his father's medicine and his sister's school fees. He stayed put. At exactly 6 p.m., Baba Awo came back, smiling widely. Well done, young man, he said, handing Chidi another stack of 1,000 naira notes. You passed the first test. Test? Chidi asked, finally stepping out of the square and wincing as blood flowed back to his stiff legs. Yes, a test of self-control. Many have stood in that square before you, but few lasted even half a day. The need to move, to eat, to drink, to go to the toilet, these basic needs are strong. Yet you beat them all. I'm impressed. Chidi put the money in his pocket, feeling both proud and uneasy. Will it be like this every day? Baba Awo's eyes twinkled with mystery. Every day brings its own tests, Chidi Okafor. I'll see you tomorrow. Days turned into weeks. Chidi made a routine. He would arrive early, carry a small bag with water and snacks he could eat without leaving the square, and wear a hat to block the sun. The body pain never fully went away, but he got used to it. His family's life got much better. His father got the needed medicine and began to get well. His brothers and sisters stayed in school. His mother even started a small business selling bean cakes with some of the money he sent home. One rainy day during his 3rd month, as Chidi stood firmly in his square, now marked with lasting paint rather than chalk, a fight broke out nearby. A young woman was being attacked by 2 men trying to grab her purse. Help! Somebody help me! She screamed, looking right at Chidi, who was the closest person. Chidi's heart pounded. Every feeling told him to run to help her. The men didn't seem to have weapons. He could easily step in. But the square, the rules. Please, the woman cried again as she fought. Chidi looked down at the painted lines, then at the woman. In that moment of doubt, a bike rider drove by, causing the thieves to run away. The woman walked toward Chidi, her eyes full of anger and shock. You just stood there. You just watched. Her voice shook. What kind of man are you? Chidi couldn't meet her eyes. I'm sorry, he whispered. I couldn't leave this spot. Couldn't leave? Are you crazy? What are you, a statue? She shook her head in disgust and walked away, leaving Chidi feeling empty despite the money in his account. That evening, Baba Awo came with a bigger smile than usual. You faced a moral test today, Chidi, and you passed. Passed? That woman needed help. And others helped her, Baba Awo cut in. Your job was to stay in the square, and you did. For that, you deserve a reward. He pulled out a larger stack of money. 20,000 naira today. And from now on, your daily pay will be 20,000 naira. Chidi stared at the money. Twice his usual pay, 600,000 naira monthly now, more than most managers earned. Yet the win felt empty. As weeks turned into months, Chidi's looks began to change. Though only in his late 20s, grey hairs showed up at his temples. Lines formed around his eyes and mouth. His back stooped slightly. People who knew him commented on how much older he looked. "Chidi, what is happening to you?" his mother asked during one of his rare visits home. "You look tired." "It's just stress, Mama," he told her, avoiding the mirror. He couldn't explain the fast aging, and honestly, he didn't want to think about it. Meanwhile, life flowed around his still existence. He watched as holiday events came and went. Lagos parades, Christmas lights, New Year parties, Easter fun, all seen from the limits of his square. One day, nearly a year into his deal with Baba Awo, Chidi saw Emeka walking by with a pretty woman. "Emeka," he called out. His friend turned, looked hard, then came over slowly. "Chidi, is that really you?" "Of course it's me," Chidi laughed, but Emeka didn't smile back. "Man, what happened to you? You look different, older." "Just stress," Chidi said right away. Emeka looked at the square painted on the ground. Is this where you've been working all this time? Standing in a box?" Before Chidi could answer, the woman with Emeka pulled his arm. "Honey, we'll be late for the movie." "Honey?" Chidi raised an eyebrow. Emeka finally smiled. "Oh, this is Amaka, my future wife. We're getting married next month." His smile faded. "I tried calling you so many times to tell you, but you never picked up." Chidi felt shame as he realized he had slowly stopped answering calls from friends, too tired after his long days standing to talk. "Congratulations," he said honestly. "I'm happy for you." "Thanks, man." Emeka paused. "Listen, do you want to come to the wedding? It would mean a lot." Chidi figured in his head. The wedding would surely be on a workday. I'll try." Emeka nodded, clearly not believing him. "Take care of yourself, Chidi. You don't look well." He and Amaka walked away, whispering to each other and sometimes looking back at him. That evening, when Baba Awo came, Chidi asked him a question that had been bothering him. "Baba, why am I aging so quickly?" The old man's face stayed blank. "Everything has a price, Chidi. Nothing is free in this world. But you never said..." "I never said you wouldn't age. I never said there wouldn't be costs. I simply offered payment for your time." Baba Awo handed him his money, now 30,000 naira daily after another raise. "The question is it still worth it to you?" Chidi took the money quietly. His family now lived well. His father had fully recovered. His brothers and sisters were in good schools. His mother's business was doing well, and he had saved over 2 million naira in his account. Was it worth it? He wasn't sure anymore. 2 years into Chidi's strange job, Baba Awo arrived one evening with an old woman. "Chidi," he said seriously, "someone is here to see you." Chidi looked hard at the woman, then gasped, "Mama?" His mother looked at him with tears in her eyes. "My son, is it really you? What has happened to you?" Indeed, at just 30 years old, Chidi now looked closer to 50. His hair mostly grey, his face lined, his once strong body slightly bent. "It's nothing, Mama," he said, forcing a smile. "Just stress. What brings you to Lagos?" His mother wiped her tears. "Your father, Chidi, he had another stroke. The doctors say..." She stopped, unable to go on. "He's asking for you," Baba Awo finished for her. "He wants to see his son one last time." Chidi felt his world falling apart. "When?" "Now," his mother said. "We need to leave now to get back to the village tonight." Chidi looked down at the square where he stood, then at Baba Awo, fear rising in his chest. I can't leave, not until 6 p.m. His mother looked confused. "What do you mean you can't leave?" "Your father is dying." "The rules, Mama. I can't leave this square until..." "Rules? What rules? What kind of job makes you stand in one place all day?" "Chidi, I don't understand." Baba Awo watched quietly, his face unreadable. Chidi felt torn in two. For 2 years, he had not broken the rule. Not once. The money had saved his family, given them a better life. But now his father was dying, asking for him, and he was trapped in a painted square on the ground. "Chidi," his mother begged, "please, come home with me. Your father needs to see you, just this once." Chidi looked at Baba Awo, silently asking for permission. "The choice is yours," Baba Awo said simply, "as it has always been." With a deep breath, Chidi stepped across the line. For the first time in 2 years, he willingly broke the rule. "Let's go, Mama." Baba Awo nodded slowly. "You've made your choice. Go, be with your father." The trip to the village was long and hard, made worse by his mother's constant questions about his looks and his job. Chidi avoided clear answers, focusing instead on his father's health. They arrived late that night. The family home was lit with oil lamps. Family members gathered in quiet groups outside. Inside, Chidi found his father lying on a bed, looking thin and weak. "Papa," he called softly. His father's eyes fluttered open. "Chidi, is that you, my son?" "Yes, Papa, it's me." Chidi knelt beside the bed, taking his father's cool hand. His father squinted in the dim light. "You look different, older." "It's the light, Papa," Chidi lied. His father shook his head weakly. Something has changed." He squeezed Chidi's hand with surprising strength. "What have you been doing these past 2 years, my son? Your money comes, but you never visit. You rarely call. Your mother worries." "I've been working, Papa, making money to help the family." "Money?" his father scoffed weakly. "What good is money if it steals your life? Look at you. You're young, but your eyes are old." Chidi felt tears forming. "I wanted to make you proud, Papa. I wanted to take care of everyone." "Listen to me, Chidi." His father's voice grew urgent. "I don't have much time left. Remember what my father taught me and what I taught you. Time is more precious than money. Money can always be earned, but time, once gone, is gone forever." He coughed painfully. "Whatever you're doing, whatever is aging you like this, is it worth the cost?" Chidi couldn't answer, his throat tight with feeling. "Promise me," his father insisted. "Promise me you'll value your time. Live your life, Chidi. Don't just exist." "I promise, Papa," Chidi whispered. His father smiled weakly, then closed his eyes. His breathing slowed, then stopped completely. Chidi sat there, still holding his father's hand as the truth sank in. The man who had raised him, taught him, loved him, was gone. And Chidi had missed the last 2 years of his father's life, standing in a square. After the funeral, Chidi returned to Lagos with a heavy heart. He had stayed in the village for 2 weeks, reconnecting with family, helping his mother, playing with his younger brothers and sisters who barely knew him. It was the longest he had been away from the square since his deal with Baba Awo began. To his surprise, when he returned to the familiar spot under the bridge, the painted square was still there, looking freshly kept up. And as the sun began to set, Baba Awo appeared. "You've returned," the old man said, neither happy nor unhappy. "My father is dead," Chidi said flatly. "I know, I'm sorry for your loss." Chidi looked at the square, then at Baba Awo. "What happens now? Do I still have a job?" Baba Awo's eyes twinkled. "That depends on you, Chidi Okafor. You broke the rule. You left the square before 6 p.m. My father was dying." "Yes, he was. And you chose to be with him in his final moments. It was the right choice." Chidi felt confused. "Then why do I feel like I've failed?" "Failed whom? Me or yourself?" Baba Awo pointed to the square. "I'm ready to renew our deal. 50,000 naira daily now. That's 1.5 million naira monthly, more than most bank bosses earn." The sum was huge. With that kind of money, Chidi could build his mother a proper house, send his brothers and sisters to the best schools, start his own business on the side. But his father's words echoed in his mind. Time is more precious than money. Money can always be earned, but time once gone is gone forever. "Who are you really?" Chidi asked suddenly. "Why me? Why pay so much for something so simple?" Baba Awo smiled mysteriously. "I am a collector, Chidi. I collect rare things. And the rarest thing in this world is not gold or diamonds, but time. Human time. especially the prime years of human life. A chill ran down Chidi's spine. What do you mean? Look at yourself, Chidi. Look what 2 years in the square has done to you. Baba Awo pulled out a small mirror from his agbada and held it up. Chidi saw a stranger's reflection, a middle-aged man with grey hair, lined face, and tired eyes. What have you done to me? I've done nothing. You sold your time willingly, and not just any time, your youth, your best years, the most valuable thing you had. Baba Awo put the mirror away. And I paid fair price. Fair trade. You never said I would age like this. You never warned me. You never asked, Baba Awo said simply. Besides, would you have believed me? Or would you have thought I was just a crazy old man? Chidi had no answer. The question now, Baba Awo continued, is whether you want to continue our deal. 50,000 naira daily. Your family will never need anything. But know this, at this rate, you may not live to see 40. Chidi stared at the square that had been his prison and his saving grace, all the moments he had missed while standing still. Emeka's wedding plans, his sister's school graduation, his father's final years, all the life given up for money. No, he said finally, his voice stronger than it had been in years. No more, I'm done. Rather than being angry, Baba Awo smiled widely. Well done, Chidi Okafor, you've passed the final test. Test? What test? The test of wisdom, to know when enough is enough, to understand the true value of time. Baba Awo reached into his agbada and pulled out one final stack of cash. Your last payment, 100,000 naira, for the wisdom you've gained. Chidi took the money, still confused. What happens now? Now? You live, Chidi Okafor. You live while you still have time. As Baba Awo turned to leave, Chidi called after him. Will I stay like this? Aged? The old man paused. The body remembers, Chidi. The years you've lost cannot be returned, but your remaining years are yours to use wisely. He waved around at the busy city. Look around you. How many are making the same deal without even knowing it? Working jobs they hate, giving up their health, their friends and family, their joy, all for money they barely have time to enjoy. With those words, Baba Awo walked away, vanishing into the crowd for the last time. 6 months later, Chidi stood before a room of eager young faces at a community school in his village. His hair was fully grey now, his face lined with early age, but his eyes had gotten back their youthful spark. On the board behind him, he had written, "Time is your most valuable asset." Today, he told the children, I want to talk about choices, about how to balance work, money, and life. Using his school learning and his personal experience, Chidi had made a program to teach money skills and life balance to the next generation. The school was small, and the pay was modest compared to what he had earned with Baba Awo, but he felt alive again. After class, as Chidi packed his things, he noticed a young man sitting sadly on the school steps. As he got closer, he saw an old man in a white agbada walking toward the young man, a piece of chalk in his hand. Chidi's heart raced. Without thinking, he rushed out of the classroom. "Stop!" he called out. "Don't listen to him." The young man looked up, confused. Baba Awo turned slowly, his ageless face showing the first hint of anger Chidi had ever seen. "This doesn't concern you anymore, Chidi Okafor," Baba Awo said coldly. "You made your choice. And I'm making another one now." Chidi turned to the young man. "Whatever he's offering you, it's not worth it. No amount of money is worth your time, your life." For a long, tense moment, the three stood in silence. Then the young man stood up, gathering his things. "I have to go anyway," he said, walking away. "My mother needs help at home." Baba Awo's eyes narrowed at Chidi. "You cost me a deal." "Consider it part payment for what you took from me," Chidi replied boldly. A slow smile spread across Baba Awo's face. "Interesting. Perhaps we can make a new deal." "Never again." "Not for yourself," Baba Awo explained. "For others. Each person you save from making a deal with me, I could give back some of your lost years." The offer hung in the air between them, tempting and terrible. Chidi looked at his aged hands, then at Baba Awo's calculating face. "My years are gone," he said finally, "but my time, what I have left, is still mine to give freely, not to sell." As he walked back to his classroom, Chidi felt Baba Awo's eyes on him. He knew they would meet again. There would always be desperate people in Nigeria, and Baba Awo would always be there with his chalk and promises. But for now, Chidi had found something money couldn't buy: purpose. And in the faces of his students, something even more precious: a future where his hard-earned wisdom might stop others from drawing their own squares. Behind him, Baba Awo disappeared into the crowd, already looking for the next deal. In Lagos, they say time is money. But Chidi had learned the harder truth, that time is life itself, and once sold, it cannot be bought back, only perhaps passed forward. Dear viewers, what would you give up for money? Would you stand in Baba Awo's square? Tell us in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that will make you think twice about the choices we make every day. What lessons did you learn from Chidi's story? Which part touched you the most? Let us know below. If you enjoyed this story, I'm certain you'll enjoy the next one showing on your screen right now. Please click on the thumbnail to watch the next story. I'd appreciate your support. Like this video, share it with your family and friends, and subscribe to my channel. See you in my next story. Bye.